Step out your door to find a partner today, and you are immediately stepping into an endless, terrifying blur of high-stakes auditions. We subject ourselves to the whiplash of sudden silence from someone we thought we connected with. We sit down to carefully write, and then painfully delete entire scripts for our possible futures. And we lose countless hours to people whose absolute dread of seeming rude traps us in a polite, time-wasting smile. We endure this because we treat dating as an outward hunt. We assume the business of finding love depends entirely on searching the horizon, evaluating what is out there, and hoping we stumble across the right person. Focusing purely on the external supply guarantees exhaustion. When we prioritize the market over our own perspective, every disappointing date and unreturned message suggests that the pool of good people has dried up, or that we are unlovable. To actually succeed at dating, we have to halt the outward search. Finding someone else requires us to first fix a much closer, highly neglected relationship, the one we have with ourselves. If we harbor deep suspicions about our own worth, our radar for others is broken. We are in no position to accurately judge who is actually kind or who is genuinely worth our investment until we are firmly and unapologetically on our own side. Here then are some of the many rules born out of adequate self-love that stand a chance of keeping us safe and more or less calm during the turbulence of the dating process. Most people we meet will not want us, and we won't want most of them. But when our internal baseline is fragile, that routine friction becomes agonizing. The anxious mind absorbs a no and inflates its meaning. A single unreturned text mutates into a referendum on our basic right to exist, dragging the weight of every past loss into a single disappointing Tuesday. A strong internal baseline strips that event of its outsized meaning. A rejection is a data point indicating poor alignment. It represents two puzzle pieces not fitting together, rather than a personal failure. That same baseline corrects our broken instincts. It stops us from falling in love with the exact people who ignore us, and it trains us to quickly walk away from the shape-shifting cowards whose complete lack of interest wears a polite smile. Because our perspective will inevitably slip, we have to identify a kind, concerned friend. We need someone to rely on for counsel the moment the madness of the process threatens our judgment. Ultimately, a grounded sense of your value acts as a neutralizing agent. It transforms rejection from a devastating blow into a neutral fact about compatibility. That internal strength must manifest as actionable, real-world boundaries, a set of walk-away protocols. If they take an age to answer a message, we walk away. If we feel obligated to stay but deeply uncomfortable, we walk away. And if we have to keep reminding ourselves that they are perfect on paper while our depth screams no, we walk away. We have to refuse all non-reciprocal situations. They are either viscerally keen on us or we leave. We are never there to coax, beg, or drag an unwilling participant across the starting line. However auspicious a situation appears after a great first meeting, we must quash premature enthusiasm. We won't actually know them for a very long time, and assuming too much early on extracts an agonizing price later. This is exactly why we must delay physical intimacy. Jumping into bed too soon creates deep, complex obligations that are exhausting to untangle. Intimacy should follow absolute confidence in their emotional rightness, rather than serving as an attempt to catalyze a bond that isn't there yet. Executing these protocols will make us look difficult, but we aren't being willfully fussy. We are protecting our limited time and energy from candidates who would quietly drain our resources. Enforcing these boundaries requires us to dismantle the fear that our options are running out. We have to banish the idea that choice is limited. The dating pool operates as an infinite resource that is constantly being replenished. The situation can change completely in a single instant. Instead of panicking over scarcity, we should accept that we are genuinely not for everyone, and equally, we shouldn't want most people either. Adopting this mindset of abundance buys us the freedom to wait. It removes the panic-driven urge to rush the process and settle for the wrong person just to secure a spot. Our entire filtering system is designed around one specific reality. We are trying to fill a single, deeply important chair. We are not trying to fill a bus. The standard for occupying that space must be rigorous. We are looking for an intellectual match whose mind is richly filled, someone we want to spend 7,000 dinners with, and who aligns with our specific vision of happiness. If that person does not appear, we arrive at the ultimate empowerment of self-worth. It is better to remain single for eternity than to surrender that space to a compromised candidate. If you are still here, doing this exact same process this time next year, so be it. The passage of time is not a failure, and it is not proof that you lack the capacity to be loved. Prolonged singlehood means you haven't found the right love yet, and because you are finally on your own side,